Hello everyone, this is Teacher Riza. Our topic to discuss for today is domain and range of an exponential function. With learning competency, finds the domain and range of an exponential function. First, let us review what is domain. So domain is the set of all possible values that the variable x can take. And range is the set of all values that function of x or y will take. So let us review the graph of f of x is equal to 2 raised to x. In our previous lesson, we make a table of values for this function. Then we plot the points in Cartesian plane and sketch the graph. So we have here the graph, so it is smooth curve increasing to the right. So this is the graph of f of x is equal to 2 raised to x. And the function is defined for all x increasing. Since all the values of y are positive, so all y's are positive. And as x decreases without bound, it approaches 0. So as the graph decreases to the left, so the graph is getting closer and closer to 0. So now we're going to discuss the domain and range of an exponential function. So from the graph of f of x is equal to 2 raised to x, wherein the base is 2, so therefore the base is greater than 1, so we can say that the domain is the set of all real numbers. And since all the values of y are positive, so the range is the set of 0 to positive infinity. Now let's try the graph. G of x is equal to 1/2 raised to x. So by making a table of values, if x is equal to -3, g of x is equal to 8. If x is equal to -2, g of x is equal to 4. If x is equal to -1, g of x is equal to 2. If x is equal to 0, g of x is equal to 1. If x is equal to 1, g of x is equal to 1/2. If x is equal to 2, g of x is equal to 1/4. And f is equal to 3, then g of x is equal to 1/8. So plotting now the points in a Cartesian plane, so we have here the points. And connecting the points, so we have here the graph. So the graph is a smooth curve which is decreasing to the left. So the function is defined for all x decreasing. And since the values of y are positive, so all y's are positive. And as x increases without bound, it approaches 0. So the graph of f of x is equal to 1/2 raised to x, wherein the base is 1/2, so the domain is a set of real numbers, and the range is the set of 0 to positive infinity. So the graph of f of x is equal to 2 raised to x. So the domain is from negative infinite to positive infinite. And the range is from 0 to positive infinity. And then for 1/2 raised to x, the domain is negative infinite to positive infinite. And the range is 0 to positive infinite. Now, the domain and range of an exponential function in the form of y is equal to a times b raised to x minus h plus k, where A, H, and K are real numbers, so the domain is always negative infinity to positive infinity. And the range is, if the value of A is less than 0, the range will be negative infinity up to the value of K. And if the value of A is greater than 0, then the range will be the value of K up to positive infinity. Now, let's try to find the domain and range of the exponential functions. F of x is equal to 7 raised to x. So the domain is always negative infinity to positive infinity. So based from the given function, the base here is 7. So that is a times 7. A times b is equal to 1 times 7. So therefore the value of a is equal to 1 and the value of b is 7. Since the value of a is 1, 1 is greater than 0. So if a is greater than 0, the range will be the value of k up to positive infinity. Now, what is the value of k? From the given function, f of x is equal to 7 raised to x, there's no value of k. So therefore, k is equal to 0. So, the range now is 0 to positive infinity. Number 2, function of x is equal to negative 7 raised to x. So still, the domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. The base of the given function is negative 7, so that is a times b, that is negative 1 times 7, wherein a is equal to negative 1 and b is equal to 7. Remember that in an exponential function, the value of b should be greater than 0. So therefore, a is negative 1 and b should be positive 7. Since a is equal to negative 1, so therefore a is less than 0. So the range will be negative infinite to positive value of k, or the value of k. Now, what is the value of k? Since there's no k, so k is equal to 0. So the range now is negative infinite up to 0. Next, number 3. Function of x is equal to 7 raised to negative x. Here, the exponent is negative. To make it positive, we're going to get the reciprocal. So f of x is equal to 7 raised to negative x is the same as f of x is equal to 1 over 7 raised to x. So the exponent now is positive. So the base is 1, 7. So the domain is negative infinite to positive infinite. So the base is 1 over 7. So that is 1 times 1 over 7, wherein the value of a is 1 and b is equal to 1 over 7. 1 over 7 is greater than 0. If a is greater than 0, then the range will be k up to positive infinite. So what's the value of k? So 0. So therefore, the range is 0 to positive infinite. Next, number 4. Find the domain and range of the exponential function f of x is equal to 4 raised to x plus 5. Still, the domain is negative infinite to positive infinite. Since the base here is 4, so that's a times b, the value of a is 1 and the value of b is 4. So a is equal to 1 and 1 is greater than 0. So if a is greater than 0, the range will be k to positive infinite. And what is the value of k here? Since the given function is f of x is equal to 4 raised to x plus 5, so therefore k is equal to 5. So the range now will be 5 up to positive infinite. Next, number 5. Function of x is equal to negative 3 raised to x minus 1 plus 2. So what is the domain? It is negative infinite to positive infinite. The base here is negative 3, so that is a times b, which is negative 1 times 3. Remember that the base should always be positive. So the value of a is negative 1, and a is equal to negative 1. Negative 1 is less than 0. So if a is less than 0, so the range should be negative infinite up to the value of k. So what is the value of k to the given function? That is negative 3 raised to x minus 1 plus 2. So therefore, the value of k is positive 2. So the range now will be negative infinite to positive 2. In writing for the range, always write first the negative value to positive value. Okay, so for your activity, for activity 1 is take it easy. So what you're going to do is determine the domain and range of the following exponential functions. For number 1, function of x is equal to 3 raised to x. Number 2, g of x is equal to 10 raised to x. Number 3, h of x is equal to 15 raised to x. And number 4 is I of x is equal to 0.50 raised to x. Number 5 is y is equal to 5 raised to negative x. Number 6 is y is equal to 1 over 10 raised to x. Number 7 is y is equal to negative 4 raised to x. And number 8 is y is equal to 6 raised to x minus 1. Just determine the domain and range. For activity 2, which is construct, sketch, and state. So direction, for each of the following function, construct a table of values, then sketch the graph and state the domain and range. For number 1, we have function of x is equal to 5 raised to x. So you're going to make a table of values or just complete the table of values given here. Then after completing the table, sketch the graph. Then determine the domain and the range. For number 2, function of x is equal to 6 raised to x plus 5 minus 5. So again, construct a table or complete the table of values. Then sketch the graph, find the domain and the range. For number 3, we have function of x is equal to 4 raised to x minus 2 plus 2. So same, complete the table, sketch the graph, find the domain and the range. For number 4, function of x is equal to 1 half times 2 raised to 2 minus x. Complete the table, sketch the graph, find the domain and the range. Okay, and that's all for today's lesson. Thank you.